our last story for this week is about a family that we love, the Berenstein Bear family. And in this book, the Berenstein Bears count their blessings. Now, some things that are going on right now in our lives are different than what we're used to. We might not be able to play at the park or see our friends at school. We are doing our schoolwork at home. We can't see our friends at church. But some of us are able to watch our church service on the TV. I watched my Easter church service on the TV, and that was wonderful. So we're finding different ways to say hi to the people that we love. And we have so many things still to be thankful for. When we count our blessings, we remember the things that we have to be thankful for. Small bears get big eyes when they take off and roam, and sometimes forget all the good stuff at home. There's a beautiful rainbow in the sky. "Mama," said Sister Bear one day after school, "may I go over to Lizzie's house to play this afternoon?" "Yes, you may," said Mama Bear, "but be sure not to leave a mess for Lizzie's mom, and be sure to be home in time for supper." As Mama watched Sister skipping happily over the hill to Lizzie's house, she sighed. She knew exactly what was going to happen when Sister got home. And it wasn't just when she got home from Lizzie's, it was the same thing when she got home from Annie's or Queenie's. So there she is, running off to play at her friend's house. "Annie's got her own phone in her room," Sister would complain, or "Queenie's got her own phone and her own TV in her room." But Lizzie's was the worst. That was because Lizzie had the biggest collection of Barbie dolls ever. "But you have a Barbie doll," Mama would say, "and your Barbie has lovely clothes." "But Lizzie has lots of Barbies," complained Sister. "She's got high fashion Barbie, super sport Barbie, tropical Barbie, motorcycle Barbie, and just married Barbie. And just married Barbie has a whole trousseau." Then Mama usually said, "Please, Sister, I've heard quite enough about Lily's Barbie collection." And there she is, thinking about all the Barbies that her friend has, instead of just thinking and being happy with what she had. When we start to think about what other people have, sometimes we forget to be thankful for what we have, and then we don't enjoy it anymore. We don't enjoy the things that we already have. It wasn't much better with Brother Bear. Of course, it wasn't Barbie dolls with Brother. It was video games for his game Bear Player. When Brother came home from Cousin Freddie's house, it was, "You ought to see how many video games Freddie has. He's got Space Avenger, Rocket Rangers, Killer Coyote, and on and on and on." Mama looked around. Where was Brother? She asked Papa Bear when he came in from his shop for a tea break. "Brother asked if he could go over to Cousin Fred's," he said. "I told him sure. He'll be back in time for supper." There was a distant rumble of thunder. He added. "There must be a storm coming." So there's Brother Bear with the video games. There's a lot of them there. And there's Mama and Papa drinking their tea. That's right, thought Mama. With Sister at Lizzie's and Brother at Fred's, there was bound to be a storm coming. A storm of complaints about how many Barbies Lizzie had and how many video games Fred had. Mama got upset just thinking about it. But as the thunder got louder and the storm came closer, she began to worry. She was about to call to have the cubs sent home when she heard them coming up the front steps. They came in the door just ahead of the rain. They got home just in time. It didn't take long for the complaining to start. "Lizzie just got equestrian Barbie," said Sister. "It's brand new. It comes with riding clothes and a beautiful horse." "You think that's something," cried Brother. "Cousin Fred's got 3 new video games. 3. "Now look, you two," said Mama. "I've heard quite enough about what you don't have. it would be very nice if you would start appreciating the things you do have. It's called counting your blessings. Like what? Asked Sister. Yeah, said Brother, like what? Just then there was a big streak of lightning, crack, followed by a big clap of thunder, and the rain started coming down very hard. The cubs weren't exactly afraid of lightning and thunder, but this looked as if it was going to be a really big storm, and they were a little bit nervous. Do you see that big crack? Well, said Mama, like this warm, cozy house that protects us against the weather. Are you in your warm, cozy house right now? I am, and I'm very thankful for this warm, cozy house. That's one blessing. Now it was really pouring. The wind was whipping the curtains and blowing the rain into the house. Mama and Papa rushed about closing the windows. There was another lightning flash and another thunderclap. Kaboom! And we have each other, said Mama, bringing the cubs close. Have you been able to spend a lot of time with your family lately? I'm very thankful for the time I've been able to spend with my family. Family is another blessing. That's when the biggest lightning flash yet lit up the sky. It was followed by a clap of thunder that shook the very air. Yipe, cried Sister, jumping into Mama's arms. Help, cried Brother, jumping into Papa's arms. So even though the storm's going on around them, they're being reminded of things that they have to be thankful for. Their cozy house and their loving family. You've got a Mama and Papa who love you, said Mama. The lights started to flicker. Then after a few flickers, they went out. Have the lights ever gone off in your house? You have a Papa who knows how to make a fire in the fireplace. The fireplace is on in my living room right now, and I'm really enjoying it. Soon, he had a cheery fire roaring. And a Mama who knows how to make cocoa over it, said Mama. She hung a cook pot over the fire. Soon they were sitting in the glow of the fire, sipping hot, sweet cocoa. What a blessing that was. Do you have lots of food in your house? The storm kept getting worse. The lightning flashed brighter and brighter. Boom! And the thunder crashed louder and louder. That flash seemed awful close, said Sister. Nothing to worry about, said Papa. It was at least 5,000 feet away. How can you tell? Asked Brother. Easy, said Papa. You see, sound travels a lot slower than light. There's a little science for you. Sound travels slower than light. So when you see the flash, start counting the seconds. 1, 2, 3, until you hear the thunder. So the lightning is first, and then the thunder. Because sound travels slower than light. So we see the lightning first, and then the thunder. You count 1, 2, 3, and keep counting till you hear the thunder. And then each second is 1,000 feet. So if we count to 5, that would be 5,000 feet. Just then, there was a flash. The cubs started counting. 1, 2, 3. On 4, there was a big thunderclap. That flash was 4,000 feet away, said Sister. Very good, said Papa. Outside, the storm raged on. But inside their sturdy tree house, this is a different picture, isn't it? Outside the storm raging, inside the family cozy by the fire. Inside their sturdy treehouse, the Bear family was cozy and warm. As the storm grew worse, they sipped cocoa and counted out the thunder. The counting helped. Papa explained what lightning and thunder were. Lightning is a big electricity flash in the sky that travels between storm clouds. So the electricity flash is traveling in between the storm clouds, and it burns up the air around it. Thunder is that sound of the air rushing into the burnt space. So the lightning or the electricity burns up the air that's around it, and then air rushes into that empty space, and that's the sound of the thunder. Understanding what was going on helped them to feel better about it. Did you know that God made the storms and God can calm the storm? He made the lightning and the thunder. Gradually the storm eased, the rain slowed and stopped, and the lights came back on. The bear family sighed a big sigh of relief. Then Sister started counting again. "Why are you counting, dear?" asked Mama. "The storm is over." "I'm doing what you said, Mama," she said. "I'm counting my blessings." So while Papa set the table and Mama started supper, Sister went upstairs to play with her Barbie doll, and Brother tried to reach the next level on one of his video games. "You know, my dear," said Papa, "there are birthdays and Christmas coming. Do you have any ideas for the Cubs?" "I thought perhaps a just married Barbie for Sister and a couple of video games for Brother might be nice," Mama said. "What do you think?" "I think we should count our blessings too," said Papa. So sometimes instead of just getting more things and wanting more things, we actually feel happier when we remember the things that we do have. And right now, when we can't visit our friends at school or at church, we can be thankful for our family and our home. And we can be thankful that Jesus is with us wherever we are, and he reminds us, even with storms, that he's in control. So once again, the Berenstain Bears have a lot of lessons to teach us, and the lesson today was being thankful for what we have and counting our blessings.